pinangungunahan ninyo, sana naman lang binigyan nyo kami ng pagkakataon. Dahil meron din naman dito sa komite at ang aming tanging hangarin, at least I can only speak for myself, and I also believe this is also the intention of my colleagues, is to find out ano ba ang problema na nangyayari nito. Because ang problema ho ng fake news, hindi lang naman ho nakaka-apekto sa administrasyon o sa opposition, nakaka-apekto sa mga negosyo, sa mga private individuals. Nakakalungkot po, Mr. Chair, na sa puntong ito, ang mangyayari niyan, ang magiging dahilan na yung kanilang petisyon sa Supreme Court. Kumbaga, pinagtutuos ang kanilang petisyon laban sa ating kahilingan at imbitasyon na dumalo sila sa ating pagpupulong. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Chairman.
The Chairman Paduano, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Just to reply to the manifestation made by my good friend, our former colleague, Secretary Bello, a lawyer. Alam mo naman po, hindi ako lawyer, no? But of course, with due respect to the manifestation made by Sec Bello, first and foremost po, the hearing that was conducted last February 4 in this committee, mas naon na po with invitation kaysa doon sa Supreme Court. At the same time, malinaw po na yung inquiry in aid of legislation in Congress, no, Senate and House of Representatives, sabi nga ng Supreme Court, is a different proceeding. Now, kaya sabi nga doon sa Chartered Bank versus the Senate, malinaw po. As sinasabi doon, you cannot use courts to subvert the constitutional mandate of the House of Representatives and this committee. Kaya po ako, Mr. Chairman, ako po, I still stand with the Suprema anti-stificandum to be issued against those or to all those mentioned names. And one of those is the client of former Congressman and Secretary Bello. Malinaw po, they only filed, well in fact, you are not part of the filing of such certiorari in the Supreme Court. Iba pong abogado doon, di ba, Sec?
I agree, Your
Yeah.
Honor. I do not know. I don't disagree with your position. As a matter of fact, the filing of that petition before the Supreme Court was done by their counsel on record, Your Honor, Attorney Angeles. And the only reason why we agreed to that for them not to come over is for them not to render moot and academic that petition. So it's up for the Supreme Court to decide whether their petition for certiorari and prohibition has any legal basis, Your Honor.
Chairman, can I reply? Mr. Chairman, okay. With due respect to the position of the good lawyer, my good friend, Mr. Chairman, ganito po kasi. The issue of Suprema anti-stificandum, if they will not be present in the next hearing, and the excuse that will be sent once again to us is not valid, they might be cited in contempt. And doon na po, sa mga letter nila, citing Section 11, Paragraph A, yun na po, they will be cited in contempt, no? Cited in contempt in violation of Paragraph A. Alam po ni Secto, kasi former congressman, lawyer pa, di ba? Absence without legal excuse in this committee po. Now, ang sinasabi ko lang po, just for the record, Mr. Chairman, malinaw po, we follow due process here. We have done due diligence. We invited them, we issue a show cause order, now we issue a subpoena anti-stificandum. Now, in the next hearing, they should be present. Iwasan po sana natin magkaroon ng constitutional impasse po dito. No? Kasi if we wait for the Supreme Court and we will not do our constitutional duty here, there will be a problem. Kaya po I hope my good friend, the good lawyer, Secretary Bello, will advise his client to be present in the next hearing because we will be forced to impose our constitutional mandate at the same time our internal laws of the House. Section 11 of the internal laws, which is Section for contempt po.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will follow your advice, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all. Thank you, Sec. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend,
Thank
my
you,
dear
boss.
friend.
Thank you.
Mr.
I'd like to follow up the line of questioning, if I may be allowed by the chairs. Like, But you know, I can ask one question lang po kay
Yeah.
Secretary.
Sige.
Sir, yes, Sir Kong, would you know what particular, di ba, nag-file po sila ng petition for search warrant before the Supreme Court. Would you know, sir, kung what specific areas where they question the proceeding of this committee, why they do not want to attend? Are they questioning the legality of this proceeding? Are they questioning the mandate of this committee? Because I believe, I just want to know exactly the reason why they are using that argument in order to continue skipping the committee hearings and not honoring the invitation of this TRICOM.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I stated earlier, that petition for certiorari and prohibition was filed by Attorney GP Angeles. Ano? GP Angeles, Your Honor. And we had nothing to do with that.
Yes.
It just so happened that our client, Miss Christian Chu, also joined the petition. So, as whether the petition has any legal basis or not, Your Honor, I'm not yet prepared
Okay.
to make any conclusion.
Okay, so thank you very much. Kasi I had this impression, Mr. Chair, that essentially the petition for certiorari is, though they have certain arguments perhaps that they have presented before the Supreme Court, but essentially my take on that is they are questioning the legality of this proceeding, Mr. Chair. So that would be basically that would be the bedrock of the argument that they want to pursue before the Supreme Court. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your Honor. Secretary, hindi po ba nag-file po sila ng petition sa Korte Suprema? Di po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, hindi pa nag-a-act yung Korte Suprema. Wala po silang action.
That's true, Your Honor. That is true.
And therefore-
but the only reason why they are not appearing now is not to render that petition moot and academic.
I would understand that, Secretary. But that would not stop this committee from performing its constitutional mandate. Would you agree with
Your
that
Honor.
also?
I agree, Your Honor.
And therefore, the committees can issue the processes provided under our rules. Tama rin po siguro.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, I would understand na hindi siya appear dito dahil magiging moot and academic yung kanyang yung kanyang petition sa Korte Suprema. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And Mr. Chair, may I also add, Mr. Chair, anyway, the purpose of this inquiry is to formulate an enabling law in aid of legislation. So we are not actually running after anybody. We're actually soliciting all their input so that we can come up with a law that would really address yung proliferation of malinformation, misinformation in the online community. Yun lang naman talagang pinaka-purpose dito, Mr. Chair, Your Honors.
May mga admin.
Yes, the Honorable Paduano for the other administrative matters.
May naiwan pala, Mr. Chairman, for those all unserved show cause order coming from this committee last February for hearing. Mr. Chairman, may I respectfully move that those unserved show cause order be issued again and coordinate with the Philippine National Police to properly serve such show cause orders. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? There's a motion to reissue show cause orders to those people who have not been properly served with such. Hearing no objection, the motion is carried. ComSec, please take note of that. The Honorable Barbers is now recognized.
Mr. Chair,
Thank
additional admin matters with the indulgence of Chairman Barbers.
With the indulgence of the Honorable Barbers, please proceed.
Thank you, Chairman Barbers. Thank you, Chair Akop. Mr. Chair, we also have two more matters, I think, that were left by Congressman Paduano in relation to admin matters. This is in relation to the platforms. May we know, Mr. Chair, from the ComSec for clarification. We have received a letter